Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting episode of the Super Carlin Gaming Mario Kart 8 Roulette Challenge, where Ben and I trying to 3-star every cup with randomly chosen cars and characters. Ben, are you ready?
I am so ready. We were just doing a warm-up round and playing with our old characters, and I'm so excited to not be Morton anymore.
Right? Well, I'm so excited not to be villager girl, frogger, whatever.
Yes.
Man, we got such bad draws last time.
We
As long as I
did.
don't get a 1 or a 2, I'm gonna be happy.
Okay.
I think. So, the 1s came up so many times we'll see.
They did, yeah.
What do we got?
28.
20, that's not a 1 or 2, so that's going to be, 7, 14, 21, 28. Dry bones! I like
Not
it.
bad,
Good
not
start,
bad.
good start.
16 for Benjam.
16. All right, so let's see here. So 7, 14, 15, 16.
Oh,
Toad.
now this is,
Toad.
these are characters.
We can do stuff.
You can, this
do
is,
something
we're at
here.
a good starting point right here.
10.
All right, oh, look at this. The speedster.
It looks fast.
It does.
28.
48. Whoops, that was the button
Buttons.
tires.
Buttons.
It looks hilarious.
4.
All right, you know what? I like it. This looks good. I'm ready to race.
11.
Okay.
All right.
6. I feel like the
Yeah.
splat bike is one of those that, like, when we first got it, we're like, oh no, not the splat bike. But now we're like, you know what? Not so bad.
Yeah,
It could be way worse.
It's like, I think it's like in the ATV
29.
class, you know? The ATVs are not so bad, especially for Toad.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, better than we had last time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I think maybe we're here at the Star Cup?
The
Yeah,
Star.
the Star Cup.
Constant
Bring
dolphin
it.
shoals.
Bring Dolphin Shoals. Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh, it's the Electrodome one that's so hard on this one.
Yeah.
Those giant sweeping turns at 1,000 miles an hour.
You know, I feel like I just so badly want to, like, finish this because it would be so nice to not have to keep playing the same circuits. It's
like we really narrowed
Down
it
to like the
down.
last
Yeah.
4.
That's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 here. Yeah.
You're always watching essentially the same races.
Same
at this
couple
point.
of races. Sorry about that. If only we were better at this.
If only, yeah, but unfortunately we are not. So that's
Oh
fine.
no, I'm off to a bad start. Yeah,
Not great,
okay,
not great.
okay,
All right.
okay. Here we go.
Let's see. It's the first
From
one.
the back.
Jesse the Book Nerd has a
What's
question.
up, Jesse?
What do you do if you accidentally friend-zoned someone you like?
I mean,
Allow me to elaborate.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
I
I don't think
that's a thing. But
This guy I kind of like was talking to me, and he asked me a sort of cryptic question, and I said no as an automatic response. Later, I was analyzing all of my conversations from that day.
naturally, like everybody
sure,
does.
yeah.
She literally
everyone.
says, as you do.
As one do. Okay. well,
And
she's
I
on to
had an
us.
epiphany. I realized that his cryptic question was his attempt to ask me out. How do I fix this? P.S. Confronting him and being super forthright about it is not an option. I'm very, very introverted.
I bet. By the way, the answer you're going to say is not the answer I will accept.
Interesting. I like
But by
this.
the way, I do not like your answers.
I like the way that it's like, yeah, it's almost like giving us conditions for
That's
our
just
yeah,
nice.
right,
All right,
yeah.
I've heard all of the other advice. Do you have
Right.
any other advice for me?
Here's what you have to do. Whatever the question was initially, you need to be like, oh, hey, remember when you were asking about
If I wanted to go see a movie and what kind of roses I liked.
Well, it has to be a little more cryptic than that, I think, yeah. But
I
like,
just thought you were asking what flowers I like, not if I would like flowers. Or what.
I think you had to flip it around. You'd be like, yeah, what's a good cryptic question? I don't know.
Yeah, you can do a cryptic question
I
to
agree.
try to like.
Whatever it was, be like, hey, remember when you were asking me about that thing? Well, I said this, but actually, would you like to get coffee?
No,
like that
and I actually do think this is like a situation where if you are a little bit more introverted, I do think it's perfectly okay to do something along the lines of like a text if they have established some type of interest in you as well.
Yeah, whatever your answer was, no matter what, I doubt the guy is currently like, well, that's it, never again.
right. Yeah, I think getting the message across that like, hey, I would be interested in you is really like the key goal here.
Yes.
So however you can do that without making yourself feel uncomfortable, also be a little bit open to the idea of making yourself uncomfortable, because if the guy has already asked you out, like I feel like you're in a
He's not gonna say no.
You're starting
Right.
from a good position.
Right, this is a great learning opportunity. It's like, you know, the answer is yes. Now it's just purely a matter of like maybe stepping out on the ledge and being being maybe just a little more gutsy than you feel like you would normally be.
You know, I 100% agree with that. I think that there's a difference between fear and being introverted.
Right.
And I think you're letting the fear control things a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't use introversion as an excuse for fear.
Sure.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, Priscilla Ferrari. She's got a question.
Ooh.
What's a good name? Priscilla
Great.
Ferrari.
Is it a great name? I need advice. I'm a super unmotivated writer. I want to live off my books, but it will take some time building a reputation. I have published already, but still. And working hard for zero money drags me down because I still live with my parents and I want to take off. I'm 28 years old already. Getting another job is not an option because in my country, Argentina, it is really difficult at the moment, so my writing is all I have right now. How can I regain my motivation and symbolically conquer the publishing world? Thank you much.
Symbolically conquer it, not like actually conquer
Not like
it.
actually conquer.
Don't actually become a best-selling author. I just want symbolically to conquer.
Well,
the
you don't want to
publishing
conquer
world.
it, you know.
You know, man. Well, you might. You said getting another job is not an option, but like I want to say that a really big motivator would be getting out of your parents' house. Period. Like that's
Right.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
helpful.
true. Maybe it's just a complacency thing.
Right. Like, you know, and that's the thing. Like, our parents were like marathon runners, so I feel like the advice for us growing up was always something along the lines of like, you don't run a marathon, or you run a marathon 1 mile at a time. You know, like you don't run it all 26 miles at once.
Right.
So yeah, I think setting some type of like little goal where it's like, can I get out of my parents' house? Like, what do I have to do to get out of my parents' house?
Yes.
And maybe that is the question that you're asking us right now. And it's like, yeah, that's what I asked you guys.
Well, the other thing is that like, what are other writing jobs you could do that are not necessarily? Oh, I'm sorry, that I should not have shut that at you. That are not necessarily like writing a book. Like, is there like a newspaper or a
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, or it's still a writing job. Maybe not necessarily like a novel or whatever. That
Ben,
sucks, Ben.
that
Or Jay.
is- This is my fault that
But
we
like
lost this one. I'm
something
so sorry.
tangentially,
Sorry.
I shot the red shell at you and
sort of
then we
tangentially
lost.
related to what you want to do, which is actually sort of how I ended up here almost.
Yeah.
Because I got
True.
trained as an actor, started doing voice acting, which led me into audio editing, which led me into video editing, and now I'm here.
Right.
There
So
you go.
like, you know,
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like, yeah, you may find that like you could even offer writing services. Like I can tell you, even like within the world of YouTube, writing is a very difficult thing.
it's
Yeah.
It is one
It's
of
hard
the
to make
bigger.
yourself do over and over.
Yes, and so
Even
that's
when you
even
enjoy
on that note. Like I know that we give this advice all the time for YouTubers, and people are probably tired of hearing it. But something along the lines of like setting a small goal for yourself to write consistently, like almost as like crunches, if you will. It's like what you are doing is weightlifting your writing ability.
yeah,
Right.
it's a muscle.
Yes.
Use it.
Yeah.
Muscle. Right. That is.
Where
that
like
is
if you
great.
have time set aside to write and make yourself write, then that that's just the time that you write. It's never like waiting to be motivated.
Right, like it doesn't
True,
even have to be
right.
like part of a greater, magnificent project. It's like what happens if you just start writing your
Yeah.
thoughts on a sheet of paper?
Yeah, absolutely. Just stop waiting for motivation. Make it.
Right. Slash. Here's the other thing you can do is like I don't know if maybe you just are having trouble finding things to write about, but like make it like pick somebody you know, sort of, and try and get their secrets. And that will be your goal, and that will be what you write about. And then don't make it obvious that it's them, because I'm mad at you. But like, get it out of them.
Get it out.
Get it out of them, even if you like end up in jail. It'll be great.
No,
It's
what?
a
No,
good
no,
story you can write about it.
Yeah, it's, you know what? Writing is paid.
No, that would be a very,
Shucks.
very, very interesting thing to like document your experience of even just like learning to do something. Where it's like, I'm gonna go learn how to do a backflip, and then write every single thing involved with my process of learning how to do a backflip.
There you go.
That's good,
So we expect a short essay from you about backflips in
Backflips,
jail.
please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Go
we'll
ahead and post
see
in
you
the
then.
comments.
Post it in the comments. And good luck.
Yes.
All right, Julia has a question.
Julia, who is
Julia,
from
who's from
Texas.
Texas? Or
No,
Texas from-
just Julia.
Oh, different Julia. Okay. You gotta be clear.
I need relationship advice. Excuse me, this is a question. I need relationship advice. My girlfriend seems
Maybe?
very distant lately, and I don't know how to approach her about it. I'm terrified of confrontation. Please help.
Interesting. Don't you hit me? Yes.
I am personally actually like just the biggest fan of resolution, basically. So like if there is an issue, finding a way to just like make sure that you are expressing your feelings. And this is like one of those situations where like, okay, what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is that the reason that they're distant is because they no longer want to be in the situation. Right. It's like, if you're talking about like the laws of inevitability, like this is something that's going to happen eventually no matter what. Accelerating along that process is better. Yeah, than this long drawn out, like, is it going to be horrible news that I don't want to find out? And usually the fear of the thing is worse than like it actually happening.
But if you're afraid to talk to her because you think, oh, if I talk to her about it, then the thing is that she's going to break up with me, then it's like, she's already going to.
Right.
You know? Like, you not talking about it isn't going to really solve the problem.
And then on the flip side of that, it could be the case that like maybe there is something wrong, or maybe it's even like something you've done and they like want to be asked about it. I know that in my last relationship, one of the things that was really, really, really difficult for me was her inability to know when something was wrong with me. And it was like I could come home, have a very bad day, and it was almost, she was so afraid that it was going to be something to do with us that she didn't want to ask, you know, like, are you okay? And I think a lot of times it was hard for me to even initiate the idea that like that I wasn't. It was almost like I'd rather be asked so that I could answer the question.
Sure.
Right. So you don't want to seem like you're the kind of person who has something wrong with them.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So maybe just ask them. You know, it just simple. Is everything okay? You seemed distant a little bit lately.
Right.
Yeah, if it's something I did, I would love to talk about it. If it's something else that you just are having trouble bringing up,
I would love to talk about it.
I would love to talk about it. Right. You know what? I like you, and I would like to talk to you about your problems, and hopefully I can be the person you're depending on for such things. Because that's the ultimate goal here, right?
Yes, you guys are a team.
Yeah, team.
That's what it comes down to.
Teamwork makes the dream work, guys.
Yes.
All right, Aaron Sue has another quick question.
What up, Aaron
Sue?
Oh, no.
I went rock climbing for the first time and I love it. I want to start going regularly once I have the time, but I've encountered the troubling issue of my previously unknown fear of falling.
Yeah, it's such a thing.
I could definitely do better if only I could get past this fear. Any advice?
Oh, man.
Especially when using auto belay, which is typically the case.
The auto belay. Okay, here's the thing about auto belay. You are not going to ever fall in any sort of dangerous way at all. Can I make it? Can I make it?
Oh no, you got hit by the boomerang!
What did you stop back? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Ben beat me. That was great. Race. Everyone's a no. You can't really fall off the auto belay like at all. But the solution to this, we've seen so many people that we have like convinced to come climbing with us have this exact fear.
Yes.
And the answer is always just climb more. Like the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to become, because eventually you will fall and you'll be like, oh wait, there's nothing to be afraid of.
If you're not falling, then you're not climbing hard enough.
Yeah, right. You know, climbing is falling. You know?
It is, absolutely.
It's like when someone, I think even, it took me a while to realize this, that I would have friends that asked me to go mountain biking, and I would be like, in my mind, I'd be like, hey, mountain biking's fun, but I just don't like falling. And it's like, that's a stupid sentence, because if you're mountain biking, you're going to fall. Like, there's no around it.
Yeah,
like,
it will happen.
That's part of the sport. So like, if you don't like falling, then you just don't like mountain biking. Right, you know, and like no one likes falling. I know that sounds stupid, but like if you're not okay with the occasional crash, then you know it's not sport for you.
Well, and you don't like live in fear of it either. I think the more that you do it, there's even something to be said for being good at falling.
Sure, yes, you will learn that for sure.
Yeah.
We didn't even get a star.
But I mean, when you're on auto belay, like my advice is, I always the first time I always grab the rope when I let go.
Yep.
It just makes me feel better, even though I know that like realistically that my hands are gonna give up before the clip does.
Yeah.
But like even still to this day, like I've been climbing for a year now, and every time I drop on an auto belay, the first one of that like session still always gets me a little bit.
Sure.
Yep,
which is like, you know, just let him go. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
Here's what I like to do is I like to starfish when I'm coming down with the auto belay. Like lean back and just let all of your limbs go limp and just pretend like you're falling at an incredibly slow rate.
Make it fun.
And try and like land perfectly on your back. That sounds bad.
Bonus points. Bonus points if you bring your own action music and it's like sound effects to you falling.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it'd be great.
It'd be great.
There you go. I hope that helps. Just keep climbing. That's the number one piece of advice. Keep climbing. You'll get over it.
And strong.
And you'll probably get very strong too, and you probably will fall less until you're on like more advanced stuff and you're falling because you're making awesome reaches and big jumps and you're like,
Falling
watch this
with
guy
style.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and sending in your questions. We love offering up whatever bad advice we have to give you while we continue to not 3-star everything.
Each and every Tuesday.
Oh man, and Thursday.
Oh yeah. And Thursday.
Right? Yeah, and Thursday.
How often do we upload this?
This is twice a week.
Each and every Tuesday and Thursday, like I was saying.
Like our other videos that we upload on the main channel.
Yeah.
So if you have any more things you need advice on, leave them in the towel section down below. Leave a like on this video and subscribe so you don't miss any future Mario Kart action from us. Till then,
Bye. Quality 8th place.